What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Warehouse Series. So today, before I get to my 4 tips for forklift operators, I want to say I really appreciate everybody that has been joining the channel, interacting. I really appreciate it. If you guys can subscribe to the channel, that it will be great. Give me a thumbs up, leave comments. Discord, that link is in the description below. I also had somebody ask when my next live stream is going to be. I'm definitely going to be doing another live stream. That last one went pretty well. The goal is, once I learn how to do it, remember, I never edited a day in my life before starting this channel. So I would like to do the green screen live so I could actually break down someone's pallet for them while they're watching and they could ask questions. I would love to do a green screen live. I'm going to learn how to do that. So I'm always looking to improve this channel. So the first, I almost said selection tip, I'm used to saying that. So the first forklift tip I want to get to is I'm going to show you these two pictures. Although they are very similar, they are slightly different. The one on the far side, you notice I am upright. I am standing. I am focusing on keeping the balance between both of my legs. The one over here, we get that lean. A lot of forklift operators get a habit of getting that lean. There are actually a couple people in our building that have hip replacements that drive forklifts all the time, and they get that lean. Probably for about 6-7 years now, I've been focusing on trying to get that weight distribution perfectly even between both legs. I tried not to get the lean going anymore. A lot of sciatic problems in my past. I have not had them in the recently because I have been focusing on keeping that posture. I'm telling you, it is really important to keep the weight distribution between both of your feet and not get that lean like you see in the picture. So try to focus on balancing. All right, guys, my second high lift tip is whenever you're doing a replenishment and you have unstable loads. People just keep throwing in the same direction. I see it all the time. They throw in the same direction that the pallets on the, or the cases on the pallet. Separate them, all right? Get that weight distribution like you see in this ocean spray right here. Get the weight distribution going from one to the other. Whatever you could possibly do to tie in that as much as possible, because believe it or not, just something so simplistic like this, it works. The Capri Suns right here, you can see the Capri Suns are stacked straight up and down. So I put going on the weight distribution between two columns, and then I topped it off with the two cases actually in between those two. So I hope that makes sense. But when you're topping cases off on top of a full pallet that is not stable, stagger the cases on top and they will help secure that pallet while you're putting it into the pick. All right, my third selection tip is what I was just saying about unstable loads. It is better to push an unstable load. So this replen right here, this is what I just showed you. I actually had this recently. And what I did, I was, instead of picking this product up like this and backing up and swinging out to put it into the location, I went around the pallet and I pushed it in. When you have unstable loads, you want to push it in. So what you do is you go under, and honestly, I just put my tilt up just a hair and I pushed it. Just enough to get that pallet off the ground a little bit. You don't even have to lift, because what happens when you lift? You lift a product and everything starts to go like this. So I go in, unstable load, put my tilt up, just enough to get that pallet off the ground, and I actually will just slide that product in. That way I'm not lifting the product up. I hope that also makes sense. Someone did mention, can you get a little bit more in depth into the high lift? I will try. I will definitely try. Remember, I'm not supposed to be doing this stuff in the warehouse. And I'm doing it on my time. So what I do is I make sure I build up my times and then I start messing around with this stuff to have time to burn to make videos. So I will try to get more in depth with these, but I hope for right now you're understanding what I'm saying. So unstable load, forks in, tilt up, and then slide that product in. Do not lift it because it will fall over. Let's get to my last tip for today. All right, guys, so my last tip for today is basically multitasking. When you're on a stand-up forklift or high-low, whatever you want to call it, there's a certain point whenever you're bringing your product down. It hits a certain safety point on that lift and it'll like kick. If you ride one, you know what I'm talking about. It hits a point and then it comes down a lot smoother, a lot faster. When it hits that point, I will do this. And as you can see right here, it is coming down and I'm gonna grab my gun. I'm going to scan it, and I'm going to enter it on my RF unit. So it's, guys, it's might seem simplistic, but it is saving time. All right, so what you seeing right there is I'm bringing it down. I know that I'm in a safe spot. I grab that gun, I scan it, I put my gun back, and I enter it in, and I'm going. Okay, it's seconds. But if you do 115 replens a day, you're talking about 15, 20, 25 minutes just in that little area that I just did. So, you know, because now, let's say I didn't do that. I bring it down, I grab my gun, I'm wasting what? That's kind of, you know, like what, almost like 10, 15 seconds per move. I'm wasting by waiting for that product to hit the ground before I scan it. Get in the habit of scanning that as it's coming down and having everything done before it even hits the ground, and then you could just take off. All right, guys, so that's my 4 high lift operating tips for today. Like I said, I'll try to get a little bit more involved with these if I can, but for today, that's all I have. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.